Hello, all my lovely Power Cats, and welcome to episode 1 of School Stories. Today, on School Stories, I have 3 stories for you. One is about weird clapping that would always occur my 3 years at this one school in West Virginia. 2, senior pranks that happened in West Virginia at the school I went to. 3, one about Angry Thor. Very angry Thor. So, with the clapping bit, this was at a high school in West Virginia. I'm not gonna say its name, but I was at it for 3 years. For some reason, during lunch, whenever something would happen, be it a fight, an announcement, and someone dropping a tray, like a teacher laughing, it was weird. A table or maybe one or two, three tables would start clapping. It would start carrying over to the entire cafeteria. So everyone was clapping. It happened all the fucking time. It was so weird. All the time. So it happened so many times that people would know when it was about to happen. It would be really quiet. And then someone would go, "Everybody clap your hands," and then everyone would start fucking clapping. They wouldn't yell it. They would just be like, "Everybody clap your hands," whisper it, and then it would go on for a while. You could hear it from other parts of the school. It was wild. It's why? So one time I remember the first time I started the clap. I started it one time. It was in my junior year, I believe. We were all eating in the gymnasium because the cafeteria was closed down for repairs, and I was sitting at the table with my friends, and me and one of my friends noticed this girl about to attack this other girl. She's standing over her, yelling at her and stuff. So me and my friend, we walk over to this girl. What is this? What is that? Anyway, my friend was more close to the girl, the standing girl. So when she went to attack the girl that was sitting down, she managed to pull her off, and I couldn't get there in time. But I just stood there, and I'm like, "Yeah, friend's name." I started clapping because all the other tables that are surrounding were quiet because they heard the girl yelling and stuff. So after I yelled my friend's name, started clapping, everyone started doing it, and I feel really bad now. But because I embarrassed my friend after I did that. But she went with it. She smiled a little bit. She was bright red in the face, but she smiled and just went with it. And we sat down. But that was a thing. So let's swing to my freshman year of the senior pranks. So yeah, I'm sure there were other pranks at the time of this happening. But there was a few that I remembered. One that I remember. Before our school was rebuilt and stuff, we had this courtyard in the middle of the school called Senior Court. It had a gazebo, flower bushes, trees and stuff in the middle, painted sidewalks, painted benches, stuff like that. And this guy that we don't know really who it was. I don't know, but this guy got these chickens from his house, and somehow managed to sneak them through the school into one of the doors that led to the senior courts, and let the chickens loose. There's 2 or 3 chickens that were running around, one white one and 2 brown ones, but there's feathers and stuff everywhere. And I can see this one white rooster just walking around, just doing its thing. That was a thing. Now my sophomore year, it was so in band class we have all of our instruments in a back storage room, and the room is pretty small considering there's percussion instruments in there, tambourines, xylophones, a lot of big things in there. So it's kind of hard to move around. And one of the guys I know in the band, he decided it would be funny to get giant chair stacks, stacks of chairs, and push them into the room. He pushed them up against the wall, against the shelves where we had our instruments, just in the middle of the wall, right in front of the doorway, in the middle of the room. So it was basically, it was hell to get through and get our instruments. Now for the smaller instrument players, it was actually pretty easy because, like, they could just get their flute case and pick it out. With us, like me and other students, we had bigger instruments. Like, I had a tenor saxophone, and I had to, like, shove these heavy chair stacks out of the way and, like, them almost fall on someone because they're a pretty high stack to get my instrument because it was on a shelf, like on the top shelf. The guy that did it was standing there laughing his ass off, like it was funny. And then we started getting pissed off at him because he told us that he was the one that did it, so we were getting angry with him. So he eventually decided that to help us get our stuff out, and we were late to class. Well, wait to the actually sitting down in the band room area. But we told the band director what happened, and he was like, "Okay, that was weird. That's what happened." So for junior year at the school, I remember two of them. One prank was on the last day of school. We were all on the bus, sitting down, waiting for the bus to pull out and stuff. And apparently, but actually, someone got a blow-up sex doll. And it involved that. And it was tied up on a flagpole, like up in the air, by a storage shed that had the baseball stuff in it, behind the school where the teachers parked at. But the person that did it, got the cord to the flagpole and tied it around the sex doll's neck, and he put it up into the air. So it was blowing around the air for everyone to see, and the teachers to see, because it's right, like I said, it was right next to the teacher parking lot. And it said, if found, please return to vice principal's name. It was funny as hell. Because the vice principal was a creep, like he was a weirdo. I'm not sure if he's like still there, but he was a weirdo. But yeah, there was just a blow-up sex doll that had a sign that had that on there. It was pretty funny, actually. I'm not sure how someone managed to managed to blow up in time to not be seen, because the student parking lot was on the other side of the teacher parking lot, and between that there were these two trailers where we would have French class at. And plus there's like a bunch of windows where people can look outside and see you like carrying that thing or at least blowing it up. So that happened. And the same year, very close to the end of the school year, a guy I know, he got chicken eggs and he splattered them all over the hallways and the walls of the main hallway we were going down. I don't know how that was a prank. That was just being stupid because I could hurt someone. But he considered it a prank he was talking about on the bus, so hey. And I wanted to do a senior prank for a long time. It wasn't really, to me at the time that I thought about it, it was funny. I thought about doing it in 8th grade. I thought it was funny. It involved me getting a red marker and red food coloring and walking to the bathrooms, because the bathrooms had white toilet seats. I was going to write "Your ass belongs to Satan" in red marker on the toilet seat, and then get the food coloring splatter it all over the toilet and stuff. But since I moved schools for my senior year, the school that I was at for my last year had black toilet seats, and there were way more bathrooms there than at my old school, so I wouldn't be able to cover all that ground in time without looking suspicious. So I thought it'd be better not to do it and, not get in trouble. So that was me not doing my senior prank, even though I wanted to for years. But hey, it's more important. It's not important. So for our last story, let's go way back to elementary school when I was in 5th grade. Now, at that time, I had just started being open about me worshiping Norse gods and stuff. And Christianity is really strong in West Virginia, as well as in the school I was at. So as soon as you say something like that, people are weird as flock towards you, which is weird. But rather than them being curious, they're usually really malicious. They're really hateful and stuff, even though you're not really harming anything by worshiping a different god than they. So like, I was sitting down at my desk, just doing my work, and this one kid came up to me. He's like asking me about like what I do and stuff, like the religion. And mind you, this guy was the same bully that told me to shut up when I was telling my teacher about the pedophile teacher in my other story time. So this guy was already a jerk to me even before I came out as a Norse person. Anyway, so I told him, and he's like, did a whole stereotypical, that's not real, blah blah blah, stuff like that, and just being an idiot about it. Just being really rude. And mind you, the entire day it was like raining and stuff, but it hadn't thundered or like lightning since the rain started. But as he said that, a fucking lightning bolt hit a damn tree right next to our classroom, and it fucked the tree up. So this kid, his eyes were as big as saucers. He was freaked out as hell. He just sat down after that happened. He was pretty scared. Like, I don't blame him, but like, I just thought it was funny because like, it was most likely a coincidence. But the fact that after he said all those things, a lightning bolt hit a tree is kind of funny. Like, it's funny. I think it is. So that happened. I'm busy.